Good morning. Pastor Michelle here with your morning devotion. We are currently at Jeremiah chapter 17. Judah's sin is engraved with an iron pen. It's etched with a diamond point on the tablets of their hearts and on the horns of their altars. Their children remember their altars and sacred poles by the lush trees and high hills. Because you have committed such sins throughout your country, I will give to your enemies my mountain in the land, as well as your wealth and all that you treasure. You will lose the inheritance that I gave you. I will make you slaves of your enemies in a land you don't know, for my anger blazes like a fire that won't go out. The Lord proclaims, "Cursed are those who trust in mere humans, who depend on human strength, and turn their hearts from the Lord. They will be like a desert shrub that doesn't know when relief comes. They will live in parched places of wilderness, in a barren land where no one survives. Happy are those who trust in the Lord, who rely on the Lord. They will be like trees planted by the streams, whose roots reach down to the water. They won't fear drought when it comes. Their leaves will remain green. They won't be stressed in the time of drought or fail to bear fruit. The most cunning heart is beyond help. Who can figure it out? I, the Lord, probe the heart and discern hidden motives to give everyone what they deserve, the consequences of their deeds. Like a partridge gathering a brood that is not its own, so that those who acquire their wealth corruptly, by the midlife it will be gone. Afterward they will look like fools. Splendid and exalted throne, the place of our sanctuary from the beginning. Lord, the hope of Israel, all who forsake you will suffer disgrace. Those who turn away from you in the land will be written off, for they have abandoned the Lord, the fountain of living water. Heal me, Lord, I will be healed. Save me, and I will be saved, for you are my heart's desire. See how they harass me. Where's the Lord's word? Let it come now. Yet I didn't urge you to bring disaster. I didn't want the calamity to happen. You know what comes out of my mouth. It's always before me. Don't terrorize me. You are my refuge in time of disaster. Let my tormentors be disgraced, but not me. Let them be terrorized, but not me. Bring them the time of disaster, as they deserve. Destroy them repeatedly. The Lord proclaimed to me, "Go and stand by the people's gate, where Judah's kings go in and out, and then by all the gates of Jerusalem, and say to them, listen to the Lord's word, you kings of Judah, all you people of Judah, and anyone living in Jerusalem who passes through these gates. The Lord says, be on guard, not to carry a load on the Sabbath day or conduct business at the gates of Jerusalem. Don't carry a load from your houses or do any kind of work on the Sabbath day. Rather, keep the Sabbath day holy, as I commanded your ancestors. Although they didn't listen or pay attention, they were stubborn and wouldn't obey or accept correction. If you are careful and obey me, declares the Lord, and don't conduct business at the gates of the city on the Sabbath day, if you keep the Sabbath day holy by not working, even through the gates of this city will come kings who occupy the throne of David, and their officers all riding on chariots and horses. They will be accompanied by the people of Judah and those living in Jerusalem, and this city will always be inhabited. Others will come from the towns of Judah and Benjamin, from all around Jerusalem, and from the western foothills and highlands, and the arid southern plain. They will come bringing entirely burnt offerings, sacrifices, grain offerings, incense, and thanksgiving offerings to the Lord's temple. But if you don't obey me by keeping the Sabbath day holy, if you carry your loads and conduct your business at the gates of Jerusalem as usual, then I will set fire to those gates that will completely engulf the fortresses of Jerusalem. It will not be put out." Jeremiah received the Lord's word. "Go down to the potter's house, and I will give you instructions about what to do there." So I went down to the potter's house. He was working on the potter's wheel, but the piece he was making was flawed while still in his hands. So the potter started another, as seemed best to him. Then the Lord's word came to me. House of Israel, can't I deal with you like this potter, declares the Lord? Like the clay in the potter's hand, so are you in mine, house of Israel. At any time I may announce that I will dig up, pull down, and destroy a nation or kingdom. But if that nation, I warn, turns from its evil, then I will relent and not carry out the harm I intended for it. At the same time, I may announce that I will build and plant a nation or kingdom. But if that nation displeases and disobeys me, then I'll relent and not carry out the good I intended for it. Now say to the people of Judah and those living in Jerusalem, this is what the Lord says. I am a potter preparing a disaster for you. I'm working out a plan against you. So each one of you turn from your evil ways, reform your ways and your actions. But they said, what's the use? We will follow our own plans and act according to our own willful evil hearts. Therefore the Lord proclaims, ask among the nations, have you ever heard anything like this? Virgin Israel has done the most horrible thing. Does the snow in the mountains of Lebanon ever melt entirely off their rocky cliffs? Do the cool mountain streams ever dry up? Yet my people have forgotten me. They have offered sacrifices to a lie, and so they have stumbled along the way, even among the ancient paths. They have taken side roads, not the main roads. They have ruined their country and brought utter shame on it. All who pass by are shocked and shake their heads. Like a strong east wind, I will scatter them before their enemy. When disaster strikes them, I will show them my back, not my face. When they said, come, let's unite against Jeremiah, for the priest's instructions won't fail, nor will the sage's counsel, nor the prophet's word. Come, let's silence him and not pay attention to his words. Pay attention to me, Lord. Listen to what my enemies are saying. Should evil be returned for good? Yet they have set traps for me. Remember that I stood before you, begging you to be merciful and not to punish them. Enough. Let their children starve. Let them die by the sword. Let their wives be barren widows. Let their men be slaughtered. Let their youth struck down in battle. Let screams be heard from their homes when you suddenly bring armies against them. They have dug a pit to capture me, set traps for my feet. But you, Lord, know all their sinister plots to kill me. Don't overlook their wrongdoing. Don't cleanse their sin before you. May they stumble before you. When you become angry, do something about them. Well, that concludes our readings for this morning. Ends on an angry rant by Jeremiah. I can say that probably we've all been in this place before where things are not working out and people are seemingly or are against us, and we want to lash out. I pray that you continue to hear these words, that you continue to find a way to relate them, and remember that even when we are angry and we rant out, that God is with us and that He is our soundboard every day. I pray that you have a great morning, that you continue to seek God's wisdom through all things, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.